Welcome to Everything Pro Wrestling. Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans, for the fans. And I am your host, Conrad Cushman, and we are here with a review of the go-home show before WrestleMania. Connor, thank you for patiently waiting, good sir. I appreciate it. Goober316, what's happening, bro? This is it, man. This is the go-home show before we do WrestleMania. Now, a few things before we get started, guys. If you're already in here, make sure you click that like button for me right now. We got to have all the likes we can get. And if you are new to this channel, make sure you click the subscribe button. If you guys want to give me a follow on Twitter, it's at EPW Show. It's also EPW Show on Instagram. You guys just type in Everything Pro Wrestling on Google, wherever. You guys will find all my stuff. In the description box, I have a podcast. Tomorrow on the podcast, I will be giving my preview and predictions for NXT TakeOver New York and WrestleMania 35. I have two star-studded guests. It's going to be a long podcast, but it's not going to be as long as WrestleMania, I promise you. But you guys are in for a treat tomorrow. You guys are going to really enjoy this episode, I think. What is happening, everybody? Good to see you guys in here. Make sure you leave a like on the video. Who do we got in here? I see Connor, Goober, PR Nightmare. What's happening, brother? Obi-Wan, Original Biggie 1, and B-Boy Skyline. Yes. Gents, let's talk about this Raw show. It's the go-home show. This show was meant to get you hyped for WrestleMania. Did it do its job? That's the question that I have pinned down in the comment section down below. Did this show do its job to get you hyped for the show? Let's talk about it and find out. Mr. Floodwater, you made it to a live Raw review. Yes, you did, sir. B-Boy Skyline said it kind of did. I kind of agree, but I kind of disagree too. I'm in the middle. We'll talk about it. Once again, guys, if you're just getting in here, leave a like. If you are new to the channel, subscribe. Your name will pop up. You guys see the chat stuff popping up. I want you guys to be in here having fun. Also, don't forget to subscribe to Brainbuster Radio. It launched today. Omega Luke had a fantasy booking episode, one you do not want to miss, where he books himself as a wrestling character. And then we will have Wilfred Watches tomorrow on the podcast. So make sure you guys go into a podcast, type in Brainbuster Radio, subscribe, Everything Pro Wrestling, subscribe. But let's get into this Raw show, guys. Stephanie McMahon comes out, starts off the show with her usual shtick. She comes out there pretending like she's going to be in the match. Oh, Lord, not another corny-ass April Fool's joke. Stephanie, don't do it, please. Please don't do it. But she announces that the main event to WrestleMania will be winner take all. So that means both of the titles will come home with whoever wins. Hopefully. That's what it sounded like to me. I hope you guys got the same thing out of that. Let me know. I see Mr. Floodwater saying, I don't get hyped, I stay hyped. You'll be talking in mirrors real soon, Flood. Don't do that. So after that, we get to the first segment of the night. Look who decided to show up to Monday Night Raw. It's Brock Lesnar, the Universal Champion. Brock Lesnar shows up, and he comes out there, and he is talking to Seth Rollins. They end up getting into some type of scuttle. Brock punks him off because he's a little guy, gives him the shoulder. Seth Rollins hits him with a low blow and curb stomps his ass. After several low blows, I don't know if Seth Rollins went to the school of Nakamura, but nut shots, bro. Nut shots. You guys got to protect yourself. AJ and Brock, you're not looking too good against those. Raw has a champion. You got that right. Jesus De Leon saying F Raw. Let's talk about Starrcade. I'm good, bro. We're going to talk about the go-home show to WrestleMania. That's what we've put in here. So, with that being said, we get to our first match of the evening. We have Sasha Banks, Bayley, Beth Phoenix, and Natalya versus Billie Kay, Peyton Royce, Nia Jax, and Tamina. This was a 4-on-4 tag. I saw people in the Everything Pro Wrestling group. Jesus was talking about Sasha Banks botching I really wasn't paying that much attention. The one thing I came away with looking at in this match was Beth Phoenix looked really good in the ring. I think Beth Phoenix has another run in her. What do you guys think in the chat? Because I really think that Beth Phoenix has something. She looked really good in the ring. She seemed like she didn't miss a step, so I was happy with what she put out there. What do we got? Chris Iberg and Kurt Angle. You're talking about Starcast, Jesus. You wrote Starcade. I thought Raw was pretty good, barred the 300th tag title shot. We'll get to it, Flood. It was meh. Beth can go one more time. I agree, B-Boy. And she represents that Buffalo Strong style. You know how it is. Go ahead, Beth. But lots of dissension between the teams were teased. They're going to be in a four-corner, whatever you want to call it, in some type of tag match for the women's tag team titles at WrestleMania. So it should be an interesting bout, to say the least. We get teased up next. We have my man Hollywood Batista with the Cyclops shades. Batista is ready to come out there. And very, very interesting. Whoa. Take it easy, Flood. Take it easy in there. Hollywood Batista comes out and he does a thing where he points to the Titantron. We get a video package highlighting him defeating Triple H over and over and over again. Something I appreciated back when it first happened in 2005. But he shows that he can dominate Triple H still, trying to get in place of mind games. And at the end of the day, all Batista did was, Hunter, you can kiss my ass, and drops the mic and walks out. Not a man of many words, Big Dave Batista. It's going to be his final match no matter what, guys. So I think we need to enjoy Batista going out there. Triple H's career is on the line. No holds barred. I thought we were going to get some interaction between them tonight. Unfortunately, we got nothing. But let's see what they do this Sunday. Next up, guys, we had Elias at MetLife Stadium. Elias, what are you doing, bro? He's talking about how it's going to be the biggest concert of all time. Everything pro wrestling, you guys know. You guys are a great community of wrestling fans. Who do you think is coming out to beat up Elias? I can't wait to hear this. Oh, I'm going with The Undertaker if I have to pick somebody right now. I may change my mind by tomorrow, but I'm saying The Undertaker. Somebody's got to come out there to beat up Elias. It's either Undertaker or Rock. Connor says that was a good promo. Triple H is Thanos and will snap his fingers. The lisp. You leave my boy Elias alone. But they're out there doing their thing. Elias cuts his promo. Whatever. We get to the next match. Jinder Mahal versus Apollo Crews. Man, if something like that doesn't say change the channel, I don't know what does. It's just due to lack of build-up for these guys. Apollo Crews is amazing in the ring to me. Jinder Mahal, I'm not the biggest fan of. I'm in a Twitter group, and there were a lot of Jinder Mahal fans in there tonight, so I didn't want to crush the group's feelings when they were all praising Jinder. I don't think he's that good. Let's see here. Oh my, I'm seeing stuff about the Honky Tonk Man in the chat. Someone says they hope it's The Rock. I hate Cena, but they should throw him in somewhere. Mid-card of Doom. Ooh, lordy. So this match was all done to build hype for the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. The one that basically no one cares about and it doesn't lead to anything ever. Yeah, that. So Apollo Crews picks up the win. Nothing mattered. It was a big brawl. EC3 was out there, the Ascension, the usual guys who never get TV time. So everyone didn't care because they don't get TV time. Next, I want to talk about this man who is in, if you're looking right at the screen, the upper right-hand corner on your side looking at it. Brutus, the effing Barber Beefcake, is going to be going into the Hall of Fame. I'm pretty sure they're going to have Hulk Hogan induct him. It's going to be a way to get Hogan out on the stage. I'm very disappointed that Bam Bam Bigelow wasn't selected. I thought New Jersey, it'd be his year. The man's finisher is freaking Greetings from Asbury Park. It's named after somewhere in New Jersey, but no love for Bam Bam. I guess we're just going to have to hold out and wait. But Brutus the Barber Beefcake going in, pretty dope. Good for you, Brutus. You were part of my childhood, so I can't really hate on you too much. Congratulations, my friend. Yeah, Goober, I see it. Flood said they made the trophy smaller. Yeah, they had to save some money probably. Obi-Wan says, I want to buy a Back to the Mid-Card shirt. Obi-Wan, speaking of shirts, you could buy yourself in the description box an Everything Pro Wrestling shirt. Help support your boy, an independent brand who is trying to rise up on YouTube just like you, my friend. So make sure you guys go to tpublic.com/user/EPW. We have 2 designs up there. The Everything Pro Wrestling podcast logo that you guys can see in the bottom corner there. And we also have EPF&W, a playoff of the ECW name. Make sure you guys get one of those shirts. That you can get them on coffee mugs, notebooks. There's a bunch of different options on there. Check it out, guys. All right, back to this. We get a Kurt Angle video package that I thought was damn good. I want to just take a second to... What's up, Rob? I see you in the chat talking about buy them shirts, shilling. Kurt Angle's video package, guys. I want to acknowledge Kurt Angle for how good this man is. Kurt Angle is that guy, dude. Like, he was so good. Like, going back to when he first came in 99 at the end there for Survivor Series when he beat Meat. Oh, that sounded horrible, didn't it? I'm so childlike. But he came in, he defeated him, he became a European champion, Intercontinental champion, King of the Ring, and a WWF World Heavyweight Champion several times. Kurt Angle is an absolute machine. One of the best, I think, to lace up the boots. He could poke fun at himself. He always had fun in the ring. And I know he already was in the Hall of Fame, and I've said all this before if you watch my past reviews, but I don't give a damn. Kurt Angle deserves respect. I don't care if he can't go in the ring anymore. Kurt Angle busted his ass for years for people. He went into WrestleMania 19 freaking hurt really bad and put on a damn good match for everybody. So Kurt Angle, hats off to you, my friend. Much respect for your career. Absolutely love your matches. You are an all-time legend in my opinion. And as Jesus De Leon pointed out in the chat before, Kurt freaking Angle is going to be at StarCast. It was just announced. So it's true. It's damn true. Hashtag AEW effect. Anyway. So after this whole thing happens with the video package, Kurt looks like he's choked up, ready to cry. Who comes out but Baron Corbin trying to bully him, push him down, saying he's old, yada, yada, yada. Then Rey Mysterio comes down to the ring and says, hey, Kurt, how about I fight in your honor tonight and I fight Baron Corbin? This leads to a match that will happen later on tonight. Rey Mysterio, Baron Corbin. Cool. Now, we get to what I thought was match of the night. It was for the Raw Tag Team titles. We had Ricochet and Aleister Black versus The Revival. Say yeah! And they ended up going out there. Really good match. Like, things started really picking up towards the end. We had The Revival going at it. They showed why they're one of the best tag teams. WWE, you have to feature these guys, dude. Oh, man. So good. So the match ends. There's some craziness on the outside. It all started with Ricochet doing a flip over the top onto everybody. Everybody's down and out on the floor. Ricochet, and they're going outside fighting back and forth. And I want to bring up a move in this match too. I don't think it was Scott Dawson. I want to say it was Dash Wilder. He had him in like a gory stretch, and then he fell back on Ricochet. Absolute beast. Just make sure you go into that match and look for that. I've never seen someone do that move before in my life, so I thought that was really dope. Also, besides the fact of Ricochet flying to the outside, they start brawling out there. It's about at a 7 count. He pushes him into the barricade, gets into the ring. When Ricochet tries to go to hop in at like 8, 9, Scott Dawson is under the ring, and you could clearly see it because during the Battle Royal, the Lucha House Party or whatever messed up the apron. But Dawson is seen, and he grabs Ricochet's foot, puts it inside of the apron area, and Ricochet cannot get into the ring to beat the 10 count. The Revival hold on to the Raw Tag Team titles. All about it. We're seeing some people say they are not the best tag teams. What is going on? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Raw tag belts are a joke. It's the Bucks who are the best. Hey, that's up for debate, man. I told you, Undisputed Era won in our end of the year poll for 2018. Just saying. Just saying. And that you guys voted on that, not me. So, after that match, we get a backstage segment with Tyler Breeze. Holy crap, the man exists. Tyler Breeze needs to be featured on Monday Night Raw a little bit more often and probably in a wrestling ring. Alexa Bliss, EC3, Braun Strowman. They're still going off of this whole Saturday Night Live bullcrap. I'm sick of it. Basically, Breeze and EC3 get these two local guys jobbed the hell out because they blame them for why they were laughing when they were talking about Saturday Night Live's weekend segment. And Braun challenges them to a match. It'll happen later. Next up, this is where shit got interesting on Monday Night Raw. We have the Riot Squad versus Ronda Rousey, Charlotte Flair, and Becky Lynch. Whatever. They can't touch each other. They can't fight each other. Ronda Rousey, they show dissension throughout the match. Ronda Rousey locks in the armbar and Liv Morgan. They tap because nobody could possibly care about the Riot Squad for how they've been booked the last month and a half. They lose. They get out the ring. Beat it. Now, Ronda, as soon as the match is over, she starts wailing on Becky Lynch and Charlotte. The referees and security locally for the arena try to break everything up. They get their asses kicked. They're still fighting. Then police come down to the ring. They start fighting the police. They ignore all of their orders and they start fighting each other once again. The police end up separating them, putting them in handcuffs. And this is like watching a bad episode of Cops. You can't look away. You got people in handcuffs kicking each other, trying to fight, trying to run away, yelling all the stupid stuff. Don't touch me. Get off me. Get off me. The usual stupid stuff, man. So after that, they get put backstage. And this is where I thought it got kind of crazy. So backstage, they're going there. Everybody's arrested. Charlotte, Becky, Ronda, they're all in handcuffs. And there's not enough cop cars, supposedly. This is what they want you to think. And they end up putting Becky in one side of the car, Ronda in the other. And they lock eyes at the exact same time. And they start kicking each other. Dude, the GIF for this on Twitter already, or GIF, whatever you want to call it, freaking Ronda kicking out that glass was picture perfect. So well done, dude. They start kicking each other. They're fighting. Charlotte starts booting and kneeing people in the head. This segment was crazy. I don't even know how the hell. At one point, Charlotte and Becky are fighting. Ronda's in a car driving with her feet, but she's not. She has no hands on the steering wheel. She crashes into another police car. How this was absolutely a page out of the Attitude Era. This did its job in trying to build some hype for it. I'm not saying it was the greatest thing in the world. It wasn't. It was cool. It was fun. It was different to see the women in this type of segment. And I thought that would have been a hot closing for Raw. But due to the 3-hour show, there's still more to come. Damn it. So, good segment. That's definitely something worth going back and checking out to get you hyped for the main event for WrestleMania. I thought it did a good job. It caught people's attention. It seemed like a lot of people in the Everything Pro Wrestling group liked it. Same on Twitter. We get a match with Rude and Gable versus Heavy Machinery. Lacey Evans comes out. Don't know. Don't care. Let her do something of relevance or I'm not going to care about this shit anymore. Heavy Machinery picks up the win with the trash compactor. Whatever. Cool. We get a video package hyping Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston. Let me say this, guys, because if I forget to mention it on the podcast review tomorrow, it'll kill me. And guys, I want you to know how important it is that you listen to that podcast episode. It means a great deal to me. So make sure you guys check it out. I worked very hard to get these two guests, a lot of connecting of schedules. So make sure you guys listen to it. Two people who I've had on in the past, but they're going to be on together for once. But Kofi Kingston, Daniel Bryan. I don't know if you guys saw the Monster video. They basically remade Kofi Kingston into Daniel Bryan's WrestleMania 30 promo, and I thought it was very well done. Excellent. What podcast? Jesus, you know the podcast. The Everything Pro Wrestling podcast, my good friend. It's all in the description box. If you got Spotify, type in Everything Pro Wrestling, click subscribe, bro. Simple. All right, it's on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, TuneIn, lots of places. Just type in Everything Pro Wrestling, bro. Make sure you listen every week. I always drop a podcast every week, just audio. Listen to it on your commute to school, to work, wherever. All right, guys. So we get Braun Strowman versus two indie guys. Of course, they get squashed and smashed into smithereens, and he keeps calling them the Saturday Night Live guys. I don't know. This is shit. I hate this. This is all to build some stupid battle royal that nobody's going to care about. Whatever. It's going to be used as a segment to transition at WrestleMania. We get an interview with Bobby Lashley and Lio Rush, and they're talking that booty chatter. They're talking out their backside about what they're going to do to Finn Balor, and Finn sucks, and he didn't pen them. He penned Jinder Mahal last week to earn the #1 contendership. Who cares, man? We have the announcement that Demon Finn Balor is coming back. You think it's worth rebuilding Braun? No. So, Demon Finn Balor is coming back. Finn as the Demon for this occasion feels very weird, but cool to see it finally happen at WrestleMania. So I'll be interested to see what kind of entrance he gets. Hopefully Finn gets the belt back from Bobby Lashley. I predicted this months ago, guys. If you've been watching the live reviews, you have to be able to call this. Finn Balor's the way to go, man. I'm not a fan of Lashley as the Intercontinental Champ right now, but we'll see what happens at WrestleMania. The Demon is undefeated in the WWE as far as I know. I think he's only taken one loss in NXT, and that was to Samoa Joe. So we'll see if the Demon can capture the Intercontinental title and bring it home for Finn. Next, guys, we get into the main event. And before we do, guys, if you got any questions and stuff, start getting ready to put them in the chat before we get ready to get out of here. Give you guys a couple minutes to ask whatever you want. It could be wrestling related, non-wrestling related at the end. We'll talk. If you got questions on where to find the podcast, Brainbuster Radio, Smackdown tomorrow, any of the shows coming up this weekend, now's the time to ask me. But we get to the main event. Baron Corbin versus Rey Mysterio. Dear God, I thought Rey Mysterio got hurt in this match. He was grabbing his ankle. I didn't know if he was hurt. I had fear for that. Baron Corbin, Rey Mysterio, they have a okay match. It was the big man, little man, typical match for Monday Night Raw. Baron Corbin picks up the win with a deep 6. And I was shocked to see that. Baron Corbin ends up going up the ramp. Kurt Angle attacks him and puts him in the ankle lock. And that's how we close Monday Night Raw. Kurt Angle standing on top of the stage with Baron Corbin in the ankle lock. That's it for Monday Night Raw, man. Like I said, there were good things on the show. There were things that I was just like, could have been better. Am I hyped for Mania? I feel a little bit more hyped than I did before this, but I'm still not as hyped as I feel I should be for the show. Jesus says, I think Finn should win and take it to SmackDown Live. You think Black and Ricochet win on Friday since they lost tonight? You're going to have to tune into my preview and predictions for that. I won't answer that one here, but that will definitely be a question I answer on my podcast for that. Do you think Cena will have a match at WrestleMania? I'm going to go out on a limb and say yes. I think you have to have John Cena in some type of match moment coming out there to disrupt Elias. He has to do something to make this all worthwhile. It's going to be a tough one, boys. Any other questions, please make sure you get them in right now. I'm going to have a little drink from the Red Cup of Doom. Just water in here tonight, boys, I promise. Austin Stroop, what's going on? We just did a video review of this. You can go back and check it out whenever you can, man. I appreciate the listen. Helps me get my minutes up on people who listen, so that way when I do hit 1,000 subscribers, I will be monetized. Jesus De Leon, EPW. Thank you, brother. Will the Revival have a match at WrestleMania? At this point, I'm going to say no for the Raw Tag Team titles. I felt like this was their WrestleMania match tonight. They gave them a good amount of time on Raw. I think they're going to coast right now into after Mania night. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. What is going to be in that cup on the weekend? Water, good sir. Water. You know I don't drink anymore. Connor says, do my boys, the Undisputed Era, move to the main roster after Mania? Connor, bro, I don't know what's going to happen for NXT TakeOver. There are so many options, and like Velveteen Dream, Matt Riddle, like that's the beauty with NXT. You don't know who's going to win or what's going to happen, but you trust the NXT process. WWE main roster, on the other hand, not so much. Will Rude turn heel on Gable soon? I hope so. I think Bobby Roode definitely needs to be a heel. He will shine, and he is much better in that role than a babyface. I have always felt that way, even in TNA. Or, I'm sorry, Impact Wrestling. Shout out to Don Callis, too. Got a big victory over Kenny Omega. It should be the Hardy Boys versus Usos at WrestleMania. Austin Stroop, my man. 100% agree. I heard the Hardy Boys are going to be in the Battle Royal, though. I heard the same thing. Kushida in the crowd at TakeOver. I'm going to say yes, Rob. That is a yes for me. I think Kushida needs to be in the crowd. Rude was my favorite when he was in NXT. Rude was really good in NXT. NXT is a brand that you guys must check out. One last time, guys, before we get out of here, I want to run through everything else that's going to be happening. So, today, I did my Raw review. Tomorrow, there will not be a SmackDown live review like we usually do. I apologize, but I had to sacrifice that to get these two guys on the schedule to do this preview for both of these big shows. So if you guys want to hear all the thoughts, the latest, the greatest from a bunch of different people, make sure you check out that podcast tomorrow. Keep it locked. If you go and subscribe now, you guys will actually be getting notifications about it the moment it's uploaded. So make sure you go and do that. It'll probably be sometime after SmackDown tomorrow night. Also, after that, so we'll have the preview on Tuesday. Wednesday night, I'm going to try and take it easy and recover a little bit. I have to work still. Wednesday and Thursday, I think I'm doing some stuff with other people, so I'll end up being on some previews for, I believe, Steve's Wrestling Ramble. You'll catch me on a few other different things, so that'll be pretty dope. You think we'll see American Alpha again? No. Will almost get his first name back. He better. I hope so. Andrade versus Ali for a name match at Mania. Name match on a pole. LOL. Yes. So you'll see me Wednesday and Thursday on some other people's stuff. Friday night, I will be back on YouTube, and we will have an NXT TakeOver review. I don't know who will be on the show with me. Can't make any promises at this point. Also on Brainbuster Radio, that will be my first show. My YouTube review will be on Brainbuster Radio exclusively for the audio, so make sure you guys go on there and listen to it once again for me. I know, trust me, I'll have different content after that, but this was a very tough week with WrestleMania happening, so Brainbuster Radio will be getting some of the audio content from the review for NXT TakeOver. Saturday, I will be back on the channel once again to have a review of the G1 Supercard. It's going to be a long weekend, man. I'm telling you, I'm going to have to carry this notebook everywhere I go. Everywhere. And last but not least, Sunday, WrestleMania. I'm going to be there. It's going down. We'll have a review. It's going to probably be a long review. I plan on doing something with Foul that day as well. I don't know if we'll call a match together, maybe do a pre-show. We're going to figure out something, Foul. Make sure you get at me. Lots of stuff happening, guys. So make sure you are subscribed to all my outlets, social media, whatever. Subscribe so that way you guys don't miss out. I want to hear what you guys think. I want you in the conversation. Who the hell knows? You may wind up being on a show. With that being said, guys, I'm out of here for tonight. Thank you so much for joining me for this live review for the Go Home show to WrestleMania. I look forward to interacting with all you guys this weekend. It's WrestleMania weekend. Let's have fun as wrestling fans. This is our weekend. This is our time. Everything pro wrestling, I'm out. Check out the description box and make sure you like the video down below. Peace!